Did you want to do this
Uh,
body of work?
what made me want to do it was being that I am a DJ. You're like needed on multiple platforms, or at least that's the way I see it. So you got people that's on radio, people that do parties, people that do mixtapes, people that host tapes and host singles, and I'm trying to do everything. So I started thinking about ideas of what I should do. So I started hitting up local artists at the time and asked if they wanted to be on the tape. And then fast forward, I met up with Oe. Oe's like a high profile artist in Pittsburgh. So he hit me up and said, come to the studio. So I went to the studio and we sat and talked. Basically, he helped me revise my whole image as far as like looking more official on social media, as far as the message I want to put out, my ad name, stuff like that. So I was gonna call it Humble Ones. He was like, yeah, I mean, you could do that, or And then we start like brainstorming ideas. And he's like, oh, you could do like open for business. I'm like, yeah, that sounds pretty cool. And he's like, all right, just make it that. So I made it that. And then I put humblest DJ in my bio because I like to be very humble about what I do and very appreciative, of small and big things. So then, yeah, actually, the name came from, I had emojis in my bio. So, like, one of the orange little Japanese emojis, it stands for, like, open for work or open for business or whatever. So I like to be real subliminal and, like, mysterious. So that's why, like, three of those are there. And then that's how the name came about.
Cool. And what made you want to be a DJ?
Well, I used to say when I was younger, I used to be like, oh, I want to be a rock star. Da, 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 da. So then at the time, my friends, they were all rappers and producers and photographers and just doing all this creative stuff. And me, like, I wrote at the time, but like, I wasn't really into the music. Like, I was into it like them, but I wasn't acting on it like them. So at the time, we had a manager, and our manager looked at us and was like, yo, we need a DJ. Do you want time? I had this manager, and he looked at us, and we were on like some Wu-Tang Clan stuff. There was like there was a good like 15 to 20 of us in the group at the time. So he looked at me and was like, yo, do you want to be a DJ? I said, yeah. So I got my tax return, which was my first time doing taxes. And then I grabbed the controller I use today, and that's all I had at the time. And then as time went forward, it got bigger. But that's how it all started for real.
So interesting. Who are some of your influences?
Wiz, definitely Wiz, hands down.
Wiz Khalifa.
Wiz, DJ Khaled, I would say Uzi as far as like new people. The friends that I have around me, like the whole underground scene that's in the city, all of those people. Like people like NASA, Library Collaborative, people like, what that thing, Geechee, Camo, my twin, my mom. I can go on and on and on. I really get inspired by like everybody that does something positive. So I could just keep going.
Who's one person that you want to work with in the future?
Ooh, DJ Khaled would be pretty cool. I would think him, because of like his fan base and like the way, like his story and like what he's done in the game so far. Like working with him would be pretty cool. I would say even with Envy, just like Envy knows what he's doing despite what other people have to say about him. Like these people are winners, and how can a winner hate on another winner?
Mm-hmm.
So like I'd probably say those two, or just anybody, like all the artists, all the rappers. Like I love doing showcases and stuff where artists perform. So any high profile artist that's out there right now, for real.
Cool. And what's one downside to this profession?
It's the same as the upside. As much as I love to deal with people, I hate dealing with people. Why? Because I would say as I was learning, levels of unprofessionalism come in. So for example, with showcases, I have to play the artist's music while they perform. So I have to make sure their mic sounds right. I gotta make sure the song's playing right. It's all queued up and everything. It's the right file. I got it, but I don't have it before the show starts. The artist does. So one of my big pet peeves, well, I'm gonna name 2 pet peeves. So one big pet peeve is when artists come to shows and they don't have the songs in order. They don't know which ones they really want to do. They don't send it prior, even when I ask them to send it prior. And this could be like, I could say send it maybe 4 hours in advance. They'll send it 1 hour in advance. An hour before the show, I'm setting up for the show. I'm not focused, like I'm not trying to deal with getting their stuff together that they should have had together. You know, I'm trying to do my part, they need to do their part.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes it's not their fault. You know, sometimes they're busy too. And, you know, their management could be iffy or whatever. So it's not all their fault. Not all their fault too. I gotta learn how to do it too. And then what else? Yeah, people. Whenever I do shows and people always request stuff, it's cool. Like all of this comes with a job, which I have to learn to understand. All of this comes with a job, so I'm learning to deal with it. But I hate when people just keep on asking for request after request, even if I tell them no. Like, let's say I'm doing a house party and it's real ratchet. We all know what a ratchet house party looks like. Don't walk up to me and ask me to play Led Zeppelin at a ratchet house party. Like, you know, there's certain times and places for everything. You know, you should know what to ask and what not to ask. And you should know what to request and what not to request. But I would say irritating requests, not so requests in general, just irritating ones, I guess. And dealing with, I guess, unprofessional people, that'll probably be it.
And the general reception, the general reception of your mixtape, how did you take that and what have you learned from putting out this one?
General reception, people were saying that they loved it and that they were real motivated by it, because whenever I was there, I was down at the studio. I was at Forever Straight Studios, and I'm sitting there coming up with an intro. Now, mind you, all that, like if you listen to it, all the ad-libs and stuff, that was all on the spot. I didn't have any of that planned in my mind at all. The only thing I planned out was the intro, like, okay, I'm gonna say something. So I found a beat, and people were hitting me up and were like, yo, this intro made me like want to get up and like go do something. My friend had people like texting me and calling me saying that was hard, this is shady, I love this. There's people downloading it, people sharing it, people saying, like, there was a lot of anticipation locally behind it, so I really like that. People seemed real satisfied, and yeah, there was a whole lot of love too, which is what I appreciate. Like the fact that people viewed it, like whether you viewed it, pressed play, downloaded it, shared it, or whatever. I appreciate all of that, because if you look at views, there's over like 3,000 views. If you look at plays, there's over 2,000 plays. If you look at downloads, there's like a good 50 downloads, but just because it's not downloaded doesn't mean it's not liked in their queue or like they go to it or whatever. So it's been a lot of love and positivity after that.